Okay, there we go. I need music.
You want kickoff music or walk up music? Like, okay.
Yeah. We
Oh,
need
are we
music.
live? I see the button that says live. We're live.
Yeah. He said we're gonna wait a few seconds, then we'll get going. That's what I'm saying. I need some music.
Or a countdown.
All right. So, for anybody who catches this live video here in the next few days, weeks, whenever you catch it, I'm Megan Marsh.
And my name is Brian Weiss.
We're with Collab Lending Franchise, and every Friday we are going to be going live and talking to real estate industry professionals. If you're a real estate broker, a team leader, we're going to be talking to any of you that are loan officers, and you are looking for ways to grow your business. We have a mortgage broker model that is new to the market that, I think is going to be really interesting for a lot of you, because for years, so many people in the market wasn't really sure, like, how do you get into mortgage? How do you own a mortgage business? How do you add income to your business if you are a real estate agent? It could be insurance and title. Like, how do we bring this all together for clients? I think that this topic of adding income, adding more services to the client experience, that's what people are looking for right now. They're looking for an easier experience, and they're more likely to work with someone who has more services that they can offer. As I said, once again, Megan Marsh, I've been in the industry for about 20 years, and my expertise is mortgage. I was an originator for close to 16 years, and have built multiple businesses in the real estate channel. And it was hard. It was really hard for anyone who has built their own business. It's difficult. You're not really sure what to do. And there's really no book that tells you how to open and run a business. And for that reason, opening other businesses, which is how you can start moving towards financial freedom, becomes a daunting task. For loan officers, even just the thought of opening a business, sometimes when you're like deep into a pipeline of loans, it's a daunting task. And so, it really hit me a couple years ago when I realized that my brother, who takes weeks off of vacation every year, the reason why business, was a lot easier for him, because he became a part of a insurance franchise, and that you get the systems and you get the roadmap and you get the technology and you get the support. And so we're going to be talking about lots of topics that Brian's going to explain, some of the things we're going to go through. So if you've ever been curious, or if you want to grow your business, or you're just unsure and you just want to hear us talk, you can join us any Friday at 2:00.
Yeah, that's a great setup. And by the way, if anybody has questions, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on a recording, please feel free to post your questions in the chat. Or if there's some specific topics around this topic that you'd like us to discuss, please feel free to, let us know. We'll talk about anything. We're an open book. And it's interesting. I find this interesting because this model works well for, real estate companies that want to open a mortgage department or a mortgage company. It also works for loan officers and branch managers that are ready to go off on their own and start their own company. And it's interesting. I've had these conversations with top producing loan officers a lot lately. And I'll ask, have they ever thought about starting their own thing? And the question is always the same. It's, I have, but I'm scared, right? I have, but I'm scared. They just don't know where to begin, or, certain wholesalers will offer to help. But my experience with that is, and I've talked to people that have gone to wholesalers to get help opening their own company, and they'll say, I wish I'd had more handholding. I wish I partnered with a company at least for a while to help me get off the ground, right? So Megan and her partner, Andre, have come up with a solution to fill that gap. So you can very inexpensively have that help. And in the end of the day, you have ownership. You own 100% of the shares. Collab doesn't maintain ownership. You own 100% of the shares. Therefore, you can control who's involved in the company. Maybe you want partners. Maybe you want to partner with a real estate company, which, by the way, and I'm talking to loan officers now, but by the way, that's completely legal and compliant. There's a Housing Wire article where they interviewed an attorney from Mayor Brown. So not some fly-by-night attorney. It's a legit attorney from Mayor Brown. Talked about this concept and said it's completely legal when it's done correctly. So Megan and her team of attorneys have come up with a way to make sure that this is done correctly and that it sets you up for success. Now, on the real estate side too, we've talked to no fewer than 50 real estate companies and large teams over the last several months here. To a T, they love the idea, and we're actually in very deep conversations with a significant number of that 50 individuals to really go next level and build this. Like, several of them were already in contract stages. There's opportunity here because they see the opportunity. So broker owner, think about this. As a broker owner, your real estate agents are generating the leads. Then what's the first one of the early conversations? Are you pre-approved? That lead that you guys generated is immediately sent outside of your company. And I know, I've been in mortgage for 30 years, so we all know there's desk rental agreement, there's MSAs, affiliate agreements, like all these things have existed since I started in the industry years ago. But I mean, that's a fraction of the revenue you could collect from clients that you're generating. So the numbers can be pretty staggering. And Megan alluded to this, it's better for the customer anyway, because you can give the customer a better cost, right? A lower rate, and you can pick up more margin, and you can control the customer experience, right? Because the communication, it's all consistent. It's in the same house. It's under one roof. The customer prefers one-stop shop anyway, so it's easier for them. There's another Housing Wire article where they talk about the fact that there's a growing number of individual customers that would prefer one-stop shop.
Oh, somebody's joined us.
Can you hear my dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Yeah,
That's all right. That's all right.
It's a puppy, and she doesn't like to be alone. I'm going to open my office door. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think the biggest thing for me, just for anyone listening, because for a lot of people in the mortgage industry who we've connected with, there's a lot of confusion around like, oh, I own my own thing, right? If you have a branch, which you don't own anything unless you own a company license, meaning you have your own license number, you own the company license, meaning you can sell your book of business and the business you create one day if you own it. And especially if you have a business that is a partnership where it becomes a little bit more of a system and a process and a team working together. It's different than just having your own job, right? Where you're going out and doing that, adding value as a group of people. It's powerful. I told Brian that I want to start doing speed dating at some point here with all of the mortgage loan officers and the real estate brokers, because they do need to find each other. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be having this conversation. So the last piece I wanted to explain for today, and then the next few weeks, we'll be going over these topics. I worked at a brokerage. I opened my own brokerage. I've actually opened brokerages 3 times because it was so hard the first times when I didn't have guidance and I didn't have the roadmap and someone helping me. And I was doing it while having kids, that I'm like, oh, I'll just go over to retail with my team and I'll just work for someone, with a branch. And I went and did that, and I will never do it again. So I'm like, I am going to go back. I'm going to open back up, and you get better each time you do it because you create systems. And so that was really where this idea was born out of, was from people being afraid to do it. I don't I didn't want to grow in a way that I own something that really is yours that you've built. And so if I can have a hand in helping you build something alongside the brokerage we've already built, like what better way than to collaborate, work together, share costs together. And it's one of the most powerful things you can do in business. And so excited to hear questions, obviously confidential. And, please put the questions down there, or you can direct message us if you'd rather not post them underneath the live video.
Yeah, I have an idea. Maybe we should have some type of a text line where people could send anonymous questions in. But I love this concept. And Megan, I met you over a year ago and have kind of been on this journey with you as you have gone full time 18 months ago, building this out, like creating the systems and the platforms and the manuals and the legal documents and it's really all built out and ready to go. And I got to watch it kind of from the sidelines. And then we've been, working directly together now for several months. And it's fun to me as we're talking to these individuals, because we're talking to true entrepreneurs. I mean, if you're in real estate and if you're in mortgage, you're an entrepreneur at heart. But there's sort of this, I don't know what I'd call it, like next level entrepreneur where you're willing to sort of take that risk to go out on your own. But when you have a true partner, somebody that's done it before at scale, it takes away the risk. It significantly reduces the risk. And it's fun to talk to those individuals to see the light bulb go off when they recognize the opportunity and then the platform they can plug into when the risk drops down.
And that's what franchises were made for. I didn't even know that till a few years ago. It was made to help somebody who has had success, to help other people achieve success much faster, so that you're more profitable, more efficient. You can do what you've always wanted to do, especially after these last few years that have been so difficult on our industry.
Yep. Yeah, it has been a difficult time. So it's fun. It's fun for me too to be a part of the evolution. Like I believe the industry is evolving in a big, big way. Both industries, really, real estate and mortgage. And I believe that we see the people moving from the retail side of the industry to the broker channel. And that that's a fact. Like you can't dispute it. And I think within that evolution, there's going to be more and more people who are going the independent mortgage broker route to create their own company and create their own legacy.
Yep. It's really cool. So can't wait to share more with everyone. Thanks for watching. If anyone did join in here today, and we will see you guys next Friday, 2:00, same place, same time, discussing some different questions around this same topic.
Yes. And by the way, it's going to be every Friday, not just this coming Friday, but every Friday for the foreseeable future, 2:00 Eastern time. That's 1:00 for those of us in the Midwest.
Thank you.
We look forward to sharing more.
Great. Bye, guys.